Om Satyam Param Dhimai. Om Satyam Param Dhimai. Om Satyam Param Dhimai. Om Satyam Param Dhimai. Om Satyam Param Dhimai.
Speak in English?
Khali cell phones, just put it on vibrators.
Anyway, today's topic is self-observation. All spirituality starts with self-observation. Anything else which we do is just net practice. I may be doing so many exercises, so many mantras, so much of meditation, but if the bus comes late and I complain and I can't see myself as separate from that which is complaining, then nothing has happened in my life. Nothing has changed in my life. So we have to ask ourselves this question. After so many years of practice, have we come to a point where complaining has dropped or not? And if we have not, we have to be authentic to ourselves. Then we have not moved one step on this long journey. As the Zen master says, a journey of 1,000 days begins with the first step. Do I still complain? So, before I go into this subject, which in the Shastra is called as Sakshi Bhav, but we will give it a modern terminology, self-observation. Now this was a phrase coined by a Western mystic called Gurdjieff. And Gurdjieff taught it to his disciples, the chief proponent being Ouspensky. And Ouspensky has written about it in a beautiful book called In Search of the Miraculous. And I would say that it would be really worth reading that book. Not once, but many times. I've been reading it for the last 30 years. But before we go into the subject, today's subject, we will just go through the exercises which I have taught here on 2 previous occasions. It is these exercises which transform the prana in the body. Any journey needs energy, needs petrol. And before we fill in our tanks with petrol, we must stop the leakages of petrol. And the leakages start with this monkey up here who is chattering all the time. You're listening to me, but nobody is listening to me. This monkey is chattering, it is interpreting everything. It is saying, I like this or I don't like this. It is not free of judgmental. And when we judge, it is only the ego which can judge. The soul cannot judge. And unless we can see that difference, that something is going on within us all the time, this inner chatter. And if we really want to walk on this spiritual journey, then we must make an effort to stop this inner chatter. I'm going to talk about it in detail today, But first, a few exercises, simple exercises. These exercises were given to me by my guru. His name was Mr. Tawaria. I met him in 1988. It's been a very long search. I started searching when I was 16. I went through many gurus, many techniques, visited many ashrams. I lived with one Swami for 7 years. He took me all over India. I used to spend my time in the Kumbh Melas. And then in 1988, when I was 33 years old, I met this Parsi gentleman who used to give one lecture a month. It was a small group of 30-40 people who used to listen to him. It was in a small corner of Bombay. May being a holiday, these were 11 lectures a year. And he was talking about a simple way of breathing which brings about a total inner transformation. And that breathing has to be done all 24 hours. And that is why we have a music. That if you breathe with the music, slowly it becomes a habit. And as you breathe in this rhythm, this monkey calms down. And unless the monkey calms down, we cannot see what's on the other side of the platform. If the train is going too fast, we can't see what's on the other side of the platform. And if we can have a glimpse of the other side, even for one single moment in our lives change overnight. That very moment, everything transforms. Everything changes. We are not the same person. Our body may be made of flesh and bones, but we no longer belong to this planet. So I'm going to go back to what I have done in the previous 2 occasions, and we'll just go through the breathing exercises. The simple exercises which have to be done 1 minute each exercise every day. I hope all of us have a few minutes to invest in these simple exercises. Now these exercises are based on a rhythm. The rhythm is 1, 2, 3 to breathe in, 5, 6 to breathe out. We don't count 4. Between breathing in and breathing out is a small gap. If we go to count that gap, it becomes too long. We will use this rhythm at 2 separate speeds. One to do the exercises at a particular fast speed, and one for normal breathing at a slow speed. People try to meditate. They try to stop this monkey up here. They spend years in meditation. And a small thing, somebody insults us, and all those years of meditation go away because the monkey starts chattering over time. Somebody does not return our money, the monkey starts chattering all the time. The food is closed, the monkey starts chattering. So, if we can learn a way of breathing in rhythm, which calms this monkey automatically, then we don't have to meditate. We are in meditation all 24 hours because we are breathing in rhythm. It's a simple rule. If 100 people do meditation, maybe one person will experience some glimpse of meditation. But if 100 people breathe in rhythm, all are in meditation. This is the law. If there's rhythm in my breathing, this monkey calms down. This monkey is chattering at a speed of 120 thoughts per second. No meditation can calm this monkey. That is why this simple technique of breathing in rhythm can take you on this journey to places where you've never been before. Anyway, I'll just go fast through the exercises. The first exercise is just deep chest breathing. Don't take support of the chair, put your hands here and try to breathe in rhythm. We'll go with the music. Just breathe like that. push the chest with the breath. Okay. Now listen to the music. The music goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. 5, 6, breathe out. Loudly.
Maximum.
Maximum. Okay, this.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1,
1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3
So the way we breathe tells the story of our life. It's like an X-ray. I know when I see you breathing what we are holding on to over here. How much of tension, how much of troubles. This is the area of imbalance. We lose our balance all the time. In small things we lose our balance. If the food is cold, we lose our balance. The bus is late, we lose our balance. If the wife does not come on time, we lose our balance. And that is because we don't have a particular prana over here which is able to absorb the shocks of life. So just doing this simple exercise will get rid of a lot of tension in the chest area. Do it for 1 minute every day. This rhythm repeats 36 times a minute. So just do it for 1 minute every day. You have a meditation session over here, just do 10 minutes of exercise before the meditation. Maybe breathing in rhythm will help to calm us down much more, much faster. Right? So just do this simple exercise, and after 6 months, suddenly you'll see you're not losing your balance. And if you're not losing your balance, you won't complain. Today I'm going to go into a very interesting subject. Supposing you hit me on the road and I get angry. Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it?
Yours.
Because I have got angry. What does it mean? What does it mean? On this journey, if I am angry, it is my fault. Whatever the outer condition, whatever the outer situation. Let us take it in the opposite way. Why did he hit me on the road? Why did he hit me on the road? Why did he hit me on the road? Why did he hit me on the road?
Your karma, or you have invited that incident in your life.
Right. How have I invited it?
I wasn't there, sir.
How have I invited it? Why did that situation happen that he hit me on the road?
Result of past karma.
No, karma is not accounting. Karma is not accounting. We are very good accountants, I know, but God is not an accountant.
Anger between the two of you?
Huh?
Anger between the two of you?
No, I don't know him.
Oh. Okay, so just to show you that you have anger in you, so it brought it out to show you.
I have 100 rupees of anger lying within me, right? And that is a political party. It is a. And what does the political party want to do?
Add more people.
Increase its members. Increase its members. So what happened? How do they increase the membership of the political party? the political party called anger, maybe jealousy, maybe suspicion, maybe revenge, whatever. Tomorrow we are talking about forgiveness, so revenge is a part of forgiveness, right? But how does he increase the membership of his political party? How does he increase? How does that 100 rupees of anger become 101?
By doing it one more time.
Right. Right. So, what happens? These are the unseen forces behind what is happening. You think that everything we see with our senses is what is happening? But the laws of life are hidden. Now in the Mahabharata we have this beautiful story of Bhishma. And Bhishma was the which son? The 8th son. The 8th son of Ganga. 7 children she drowned in the river. 7 children she drowned in the river, and the 8th son was Bhishma. Krishna was also the 8th son. Bhishma was also the 8th son. Very Mahabharata is a beautiful scripture. Something in this figure 8. Something in this figure 8. That means that behind everything which is happening in life, 7 causes are unseen and 1 cause is you hit me on the road, so I got angry. The 1 seen cause. What about the 7 unseen causes? Can I see them? Do I have the perception to see them? Can I develop that perception to see them? So, this political party called anger, which is lying in the unconscious mind. It's lying in the unconscious mind. It sends a hidden love letter. A hidden love letter to her that you hit me on the road. She doesn't know. She doesn't know that the impulses come from me. The impulses come from me. I send her a note that you please hit me on the road. If she hits me on the road, out of that 100 rupees of anger, 1 rupee of anger can come from the unconscious or subconscious mind to the which mind? Conscious mind. And I get angry. It hypnotizes me. It hypnotizes me. This afternoon we are talking about the Yoga Sutra. In the Yoga Sutra, this word is called sarupyam, to become that, to take the form. Roop means, sa means to take the form. Roop, sarupyam, to take the form of. I take the form of anger. I am not anger, but I take the form and I become angry. I said, can't you see where you're going? You're blind. Huh? In that getting angry, that 100 of rupees of anger becomes 101. It takes 1 friend inside and the political party has increased. Am I going to get more angry tomorrow? I have to, because that 101 now has more power to hypnotize me again. So why did I get angry? Why did I get angry? Where was the anger was always lying within me. If there was no anger lying within me, if 1 person hits me or 10 people hit me, I cannot get angry. Simple law, right? So, if I am angry, it is my fault. तिजोरी में anger संभाल के रखा. Right? Now all the events of my life, how do they happen? How do they happen? Why am I unhappy in my life? Why am I unhappy in my life?
All those things are lying in us.
Lying within me. Lying within me. Everything that happens in my life is born of 3 causes. Is born of three causes. One is the instrumental cause. In Shastra we call it as Nimitta Karan. One is the material cause. In Shastra it is called as Upadan Karan. And one is the real cause. We won't go into the real cause today. None of us have the eyes to see it. It is lying so far away. Let us go into these two. Nimitta Karan, Upadan Karan. Supposing a potter is making a pot, what is the material cause? What is the material cause? Upadan Karan, the material cause. What is the material cause? The clay. The clay. What is the Nimitta Karan? The instrumental cause? The potter. If the potter has no clay, he cannot make a. If I have no anger, I cannot get angry. If I am free of anger, I can never get angry. It's not possible. Simple, the material cause. If the material called anger is not lying in my unconscious mind, I cannot get angry. And if I get angry, it is always lying over there. Nimitta Karan, Upadan Karan. The instrumental cause, the material cause. Now, am I increasing the material, then more chances I'll get angry. And when I get angry on somebody, it becomes 1 + 1, 2 goes back, the political party. This is karma. In very small nutshell, this is karma. You don't need any big theories about karma. They're all nonsense. I've yet to see one proper book on karma. This is in simple, that what is happening in my life is whose fault? My fault. Every event of my life that is coming to meet me comes from an invitation within me. If I want to be happy in my life, I have to be free of that which is inviting sadness. And in everything, try to see these two things. Upadan Karan, Nimitta Karan. This is the basis of the Gita. The basis of the Gita. Krishna is telling Arjuna, I have already killed them. Don't feel that they are alive. They are already dead. Just you have to deliver the letter to the home that you are dead. That is, your arrow is going to deliver that letter. Otherwise they are already dead. This is difficult for us to see. We don't understand this. I am going to be happy tomorrow. Unhappy tomorrow. Why am I going to be unhappy tomorrow? Because there's 101 rupees of anger lying within me. It's Nakki, decided. They are already dead. Only she has to hit me on the road for the anger to come out. You understand? Okay? This will change our perception of life. That it is always my fault and no one else's. My mother-in-law is like this. My son is like this. This has happened. That has happened. There are no outside causes to anything. Can you understand this? Shall we go a little deeper into karma?
Yes. I want to understand the real cause.
I'll go into it. I'll go into it. Now that you've asked the question. Shall I go through the exercises fast?
It's very exposure to people.
Okay. First we'll go into these two causes. These two causes. Right. So, if this area of mine is filled with imbalance, I will lose my balance in life. That is why I taught you that one simple exercise to free this area. Second exercise. What?
Should we stand too?
No, you please sit. I'm a little short. So I have to stand to show people. I've got a bad throat, so just excuse me on that point. Now we'll put the little finger in line with the navel. Little finger in line with the navel. And breathe into the stomach. Now this is the kachra peti of the body. Right? The kachra peti. Waste paper basket. Morning snack, 11 o'clock snack, afternoon meal, then wafers, this, that. Right? Okay, so we want to clean that up. Put our hands here, breathe into the stomach. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, pull in the stomach.
No. When you breathe in, it should go out.
It should come out. When you breathe in, it should come out.
Breathe in, stomach out. Stomach is the X-ray of the body. If I put my hand on your stomach, I know what you're thinking inside it. You don't have to tell me. This is the X-ray. Or if the stomach is soft, I know you're relaxed. And if the stomach is hard, right? Okay, again, come on. Okay, we'll do it with the music. 1, 2, 3 in, 5, 6 out.
Stomach by okay. When you breathe in, stomach should come out, right? Rajan bhai?
Breathe in, stomach out.
Stomach out.
Fine. Yeah, perfect.
See, if I go to a department store, has anybody observed inside why I don't steal something?
Camera is there.
Very true. Very true. So many things in life we do because of conditioning, not because of understanding. I won't get angry on her because of conditioning. I've been trained. Fear. This is the area of fear. You can't walk a step on the spiritual journey as long as there is fear. I started meditating in 1972. Whenever I would meditate, I would feel frightened. To go into those inner spaces. Fear. Meditation is a jump into the unknown. And the first thing we have to get rid of is fear. But we are full of fear. Every moment in our lives, we are thinking of what is going to happen in the next moment. We cannot be free of this habit. So this simple exercise, because fear lies over here. It's the biggest disease in today's world. What is going to happen tomorrow? Will my son pass his exam? Will I get a new sari? What is going to happen? Fear. And we don't realize that we are machines. That because of this inbuilt fear of society, police, reputation, etc., etc., we perform so many things in life thinking they are out of understanding. Like not stealing from the department store. And one day when fear goes away, we will not still steal, but it will be out of a different, conditioned, free intelligence, inner understanding. Right? We perform the same actions in life, but now they come from the source is different, the source of intelligence is different. So put our hands over here, try to get rid of fear. Fear is a big cause of so many diseases, right? From blood pressure to so many things. Right? Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. I'm going to change my topic a little bit. I'm going to talk about 4 laws of karma. The first is the law of accident. The first is the law of accident. Now, is our life, do we live our lives in this law of accident? Try to think. If tomorrow I was to lose some money in the business, will I get depressed? Then that incident in my life is an accident. If my son fails in the exam and I react, then that incident in my life is an accident. If the tea is cold and I complain, then that incident in my life is an accident. It is from birth to death we move on a certain line of time. It's the law of accident. Everything in our life is nothing but an accident. If I feel happy, it's an accident. If I feel sad, it is an accident. Nothing comes from an inner will. Now, can I be free of this law? How am I going to be free of this law of accident? I don't want to live and die in this law. How am I going to be free of it? She hit me on the road. Same example. We are going back to the same example. If I get angry, it is an accident. That her hitting my anger has hypnotized me. It's just another accident in my life. And everything in my life from morning to evening is nothing but an accident. Can I be free of this law? How am I going to be free of this? I go to a restaurant, the waiter doesn't give me good service. I erupt from inside, accident. I have a new girlfriend, I see her talking to some other guy and I start feeling suspicious inside, accident. How am I going to be free of this law? And don't do these exercises out of accident, do them out of understanding. Right? Not because this guy has come and taught us, so we do it for 3 days and forget it. Accident. How am I going to be free of this law? What is conscious action? She wants to know the real cause. We're going to move to the real cause in life. Why everything happens. We can't see the real cause. How am I going to be free? How am I going to be free? Tell me. She hit me on the road. That anger is hypnotizing me. It's come from the unconscious mind into the conscious mind. It is that anger which made her hit me on the road. She is the nimit karan. The anger is the upadan karan, the material called anger, which was already lying within me. And suddenly I say, I want to be free of this anger. This is freedom, moksha. And I start observing that anger. First thing I do is I do not throw it out on her. This is a conscious action. This is a conscious action. I have brought consciousness. When we were children, what did we do? We used to play a game called Statue. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. Every husband and wife should play. Husband is getting angry, tea is cold, wife says, statue.
That's a good one.
No bigger sadhana than statue.
Good trick.
But now we don't want to pause in the body, we want to pause in the mind. pause in the mind. Stop. I stop that anger. I say I will not throw it on her. It is a conscious action. Now the anger will try to attack me. It will try to suppress itself. It will try to attack me. Right? So I want to hold it in that in-between stage. I want to hold it in that in-between stage. There's one very famous Taoist master. His name was Le Taju. Le Taju one day went fishing. And he took a hook and he put some bait on the hook and he threw it in the water. And a fish came and he says, okay, I'll wait for the fish to get caught on the hook. The fish, aram say, it ate the worm or whatever it was and went up. He said, too slow. Again he put the bait. Again he threw the hook. And as soon as the fish bit it, he pulled it out, but the fish took away the worm and went away in the water. He said, too fast. The next time he threw the hook and the fish pulled and he pulled. Only that much amount which the fish was pulling. Again the fish pulled and again he pulled. And at one point the fish got caught in the hook. He came back that day and he told his disciples, I have learnt a big law in life. When the anger pulls, don't suppress it inside. Only pull that much that it is pulling. This is the art, the real art of living, not that art of living. The real art of living. Only pull that much that the anger pulls. And this is a knack which we will develop. Every moment in our lives, we are victims of the law of accident. Something happens, I feel suspicious. Something happens, I want to take revenge. So the shopkeeper has taken $2 more. My monkey is chattering. Every moment in our lives, we are victims of this law of accident. And events in our life are nothing but accidents. And at one point, we say no more, and we pull. We pull the anger pulls us. We pull the anger pulls us. And at one point, it is neutralized. And suddenly there will be an empty space inside. This is meditation. There will be an inner silence inside. And that empty space will lift us to something new. And that anger which came from the unconscious mind to make a friend outside, what will happen to that anger? It will die. How much is left inside now?
99.
99. We are free, moksha, free. And I have freed myself from the law of accident. One day all 100 will go away. This is mukti. This is mukti. And it will happen in my normal living. So the first law of karma is the law of accident. Everything that happens in our lives is a reaction. It is an accident. And we are going to work from today to free ourselves of this reaction. Inner statue. Inner statue. Pause. Inner silence. You experience that inner silence. Statue. Right? Please practice this. And you don't have to go to any guru to practice this. The wife is the biggest guru. Because every moment there is reaction.
It's the other way also.
Yeah. I'm a male.
More on the other way. Rajan bhai, what the action for the nimi? Suppose I have anger, so my anger will suppose someone I will stimulate someone. So other person has for role of other person will take that impulse and then that will hit me.
The anger sends a love letter to somebody.
Yeah, so what is the role of other? Suppose you have anger, you send anger to me. What is my role?
If I get angry on you, that is not. He's not doing something.
Something I become nimit. Suppose like you said you have anger, for example, or suppose I have anger, for example, and I will send impulse to you, love letter to you.
Right.
And what is your role? You will accept the love letter, or suppose I am sending you.
Sir, I am already hypnotized in the events of life.
If someone sending me, suppose what I have to do, suppose someone sending me love letter of anger.
Right. Now,
So what is my
you
role?
are a person who wants to be free of the hypnosis of life.
Yes, then what is my role?
So you will start feeling angry.
So
And you will pause that anger. You will statue that anger. You will say,
Okay,
hang
so-
on. I want to statue inside. I don't want to throw it on somebody.
Yes.
He hit me on the road, but I don't want to throw it out on him. He hit me.
એવું કે છે કે the person who is getting angry should not be getting angry because એને 100 માંથી 99 કરવાના છે. But what he is asking is the person who is hitting, the nimit, what is his role?
Don't worry about that.
It is simply no worry for somebody why he become nimit. That was એટલે આપણે તમે સમજાયો કે તમે આપણે એને મોકલો એટલે નિમિત્ત બન્યો, પણ આપણે ક્યાંક નિમિત્ત બની પાછા એમ તો
પણ આપણામાં ગુસ્સો જ ન હોય તો બીજાના નિમિત્ત બની જ ન શકીએ ને સાહેબ.
and every person has the same role. Yes, to understand. Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
એ ખ્યાલ આવી ગયો.
If I'm walking unaware, I'm going to bang my toe against the chair. But if I'm walking aware, will I bang my toe against the chair?
Conscious.
Yes, then why should I hit him? Why should I? I'm free of the law of accident. You're free of the law of accident. Nothing in life is an accident any longer. Nahi samjha. You get it? It's a little deeper.
Ultimately, Jagruti, yes, in a way, Jagruti.
Jagruti starts with self-observation.
Self-observation.
Ajita, I have not come to the subject of today.
But Rajan bhai, coming to his question, so is there any relation between who hit and who got hit? Why that person was picked to hit? Why that person is in the myth? Is there any relation?
There is a relation. Everyone's lines of time are crossing somewhere or the other.
Okay.
I go to a restaurant, I get angry on the waiter, he goes home, gets angry on his daughter, she fails in the exam the next day. Everything is connected. You see, in that moment of getting angry, if I pause, then I stop a whole chain of. In that one moment, I have changed my destiny and everybody's destiny who is connected with. That is why a guru, one who has changed his destiny, it automatically changes the destiny of so many. Because his connections in time are so deep. This is a simple example. And the gun changes its direction. Here I am pointing the gun at you. Now I point the gun at myself. It changes direction. If the waiter is not serving me in the restaurant, this is an opportunity to develop patience. Now I am pointing it at myself. I thank him. You see? Okay, I didn't remain hungry, I fasted. આમ તો તમે ઉપવાસ કેટલા કરો? So why not there? Half an hour, 15 minutes. You see? So the whole law of life changes. Then in life it is never anyone else's fault. This is freedom. સમજાય છે આ મુક્તિ. It is never anyone else's fault. Jesus no vakya છે. The mote that thy see in thy brother's eye is thine own. The anger which you see in somebody else is your own.
A mirror.
Even though he is getting angry on me. Even though he is getting angry on me.
It's just a reflection.
Pardon?
This is just a reflection.
Actually, we write a biography of the physical body. There can be no biography of the physical body. Like, I don't know, you will say in my young days I did this, I did this, I did this. It's just a biography of the physical body. But a yogi has no biography. There cannot be an autobiography of a yogi. It's not possible.
Didn't get it. Why not?
There's a biography of a person called Mr. Anger. Right? So, if you call him, say you take him by a name, Dushasan. There's one character in the Mahabharata called Dushasan. This afternoon we are going to talk about the Yoga Sutra. Yoga Sutra, the first line in the Yoga Sutra is Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Atha Yoga, simple translation is now. Atha means now. Of course, now is a very deep word. I won't go into it, not much time. Now. The discipline of yoga. Anu means to follow. Shas is a discipline. Atha, Anu, follow the shasan of yoga. That is what I mean. Now she hit me on the road. I am following the shasan of anger. I am not following the shasan of yoga. The sasana of yoga says I will pause that anger. I will be free of that anger. And the Yoga Sutra tells me how to be free of that. It gives me, if he says, if I get angry on her, what will happen? If I don't get angry on her, what will happen? It gives me the whole map of what is going to happen out of that one simple reaction. Right? So the first sutra in the Yoga Sutra is Atha Yoga Anushasanam. From this moment in my life, all of us, we make a conscious decision that we will follow the discipline of yoga.
All vicious cycle, all cascade will start. Or all freedom, either way.
But if there is no discipline of yoga in my life, there is Dushasana. Dushasanam. Just now there is Dushasanam. Everything is a reaction. And that Dushasana is sitting in all of us. He has an autobiography. The body has no autobiography. You get what I'm trying to say? That Dushasan, he is a character in the Mahabharata. He pulled out the sari of Draupadi. Beautiful allegory.
So we all can have Dushasan
that same sex energy. One hand of that sex energy, if it is transformed and taken up, it goes to Krishna. He's giving the sari. And one hand, if we waste it in our lives in Dushasanam, one by one the sari is going out. Beautiful example. Beautiful example. Two sides to the same energy. One high up there, one down there. Wasted. And in our life, everything is Dushasan. So if you're getting angry on me, it doesn't matter. It is the same Dushasan. Whether in you or in me, it is the same. The character is the same. He has a biography. You get what I'm trying to say? He has a beginning, he has an end, he has a biography. That is the real drama of life. The real drama of life. Not the drama of the physical body. And that drama is called as Mahabharata. And it is happening every moment within all of us.
Kshanek Mahabharata.
Huh?
Kshanek Mahabharata.
Every moment within us. It's beautiful. There's no scripture like the Mahabharata. So, the first is the law of accident. Now, if I can be free of this law, I have paused. I'm not getting angry on her. What happens? What happens? What happens? What will happen?
I'm making my anger less. Whatever is...
I come under a new law called the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. Come under a new law. My karma has changed. You see, what has changed? What has changed? In a very simple, same example, what has changed? Tell me, what has changed? Tomorrow nobody is going to hit me on the... I'm giving you a very crude example. I'm giving you a very crude... By sowing that seed, sowing that seed of not getting angry, being free of that anger, that inner library of anger has from 100 become 99. Its magnetism to attract the events of life has reduced. Nobody is going to hit me on the road again. This is a very crude example. My life changes overnight. Overnight, the events of life which were going to meet me will change. Because I have sown a seed which is going to produce an effect. It's going to produce an effect. From the law of accident, I have moved to the law of cause and effect. So, it's a different law. Now I am responsible. Every moment I am responsible. I don't say the fault lies with her, the fault lies with him, or my money went away, that is why the fault is there, or the share bazaar fell down, that is why it is there. Right? The fault does not lie anywhere else. Suddenly everything in my life has changed. The events which were going to meet me, I have moved out of this line of time into another line of time by that one conscious action of sowing a new seed. Am I coming across?
Yes.
This is the... And we keep on sowing conscious seeds. And we move to a new law called the law of fate. The law of fate. My guru used to give me a beautiful example of the law of fate. He had decided in his life that he didn't want to marry. He wanted to go to an ashram. And my guru was 4 years old. He was in a boarding school, and the boarding school was on a beach, near the sea. And every day in the evening, he would go to the sea, and his guru would come to meet him over there. And when he was 4, he started teaching him these exercises and everything which I'm teaching him. And when he was around 21, he decided, I don't want to get married. Go in the Himalayas, do meditation. Right? Till now, I've never done meditation. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so he went for a holiday after his college exam, and see the law of fate. And he's in this old Parsi home. My guru was a Parsi. In this old Parsi home, and there's this lady sleeping here, and he wanted to drink water in the night, so he has to go through that that room where she is sleeping, this young girl, and drink water from the... And he goes there, and he sees that moonlight is falling on this girl's face. And says the moon is negative. Moonlight falling on somebody's face is not good at night. When you're sleeping, it gives negative thoughts inside. The dreams are negative. So he took some... he took the covering which she had and put it on her face. Thank you. Put it on her face. Now, she was not a very good looking girl. In normal sense, what we call as looking good. And so he's coming back after drinking water, and he's saying that if my parents force me to get married, I will tell them I want to get married to this girl, and when they see the girl, they're definitely going to say yes. So that will clear my way to go to an ashram in the Himalayas. Right? See, the law of fate, the law of fate, that if you have the thought, you have to do it. It's a responsibility. His guru came to him and said, you had the thought of that girl, now get married to that girl. We are not responsible for our thoughts. This monkey is chattering at 120 per second. Here we are talking about a state that if I have one thought, I have to fulfill it. Because I have attached myself to that thought. It's a different level in life. Can you imagine this? What kind of karma we are talking about? Just imagine if we had to fulfill all the karma of all our thoughts. Every husband once in a day thinks that this wife goes away somewhere, she drowns in the sea. You know? So, can you imagine? We are not responsible. So, the law of accident, the law of cause and effect, you sow a new cause. You pause one anger, you say, I am responsible for this anger. Nobody else is responsible. You free yourself of that anger. You have sown a new seed to create a new effect in the future. From the law of accident, you have moved to the law of cause and effect. And then you move to the law of fate. Even one thought comes in the mind, you are responsible for it. It's the law of fate.
Fate, F-A-T or
F-A-T-E. And the final law of karma is the law of destiny. And the most beautiful example of the law of destiny in our Shastra is what we call as the Ramayana.
It's a law of fate. Suppose he think I have to marry, so if he doesn't marry, then at some point,
he has to fulfill it, and he got married to that girl.
But if he doesn't, then in future something has to.
It doesn't happen. The guru came and said, you have to get married. That's it. Doesn't happen. It's responsibility.
So we rise from one level to the other.
We rise from each level. We live now in the law of accident. From the law of accident, we move to the law of cause. We sow new seeds which change the events which are going to meet us. Can you imagine this? That in one line of time called the law of accident, I come to a moment called death over here. If I have just paused that one anger, I move to a different line. Yes, sir.
But he also had the thought of going to the ashram. He was not able to fulfill that one.
No, because that ashram came through this one responsible activity. Your whole life becomes an ashram. See, it's very difficult for me to talk about my guru. Very, very difficult. This is just one example. I searched for many years. Many gurus I have been to. Many gurus. I was in America also in 1984 with one guru. And when I met him in 1988, I was looking for a pair of eyes which are in total control of themselves. If something happens there, they don't go there. You get what I'm saying? If the horn happens, it doesn't go over there. I was looking for a pair of eyes which were in total control of them. I said, I want that. I want to see that in this life. And in 1988, I went to his lecture. And he was talking about these breathing exercises. He was just talking about simple things. I said, sir, you're not a part of this earth. And it is those 6 years with him which changed everything for me. So, right action, right? And the final is the law of destiny. Ram means the one who has come to Ramayate iti Ramam. The one who has come to play. The one who has come to play. This is the Shastra of life as a play. Life as a play. The Ramayana. Did he know that Sita was going to be taken by Ravan? Did he know?
I think so.
He definitely knew. He definitely knew. He could have stopped it. But life is a play, and the play means you go through all the emotions of life. He allowed it to happen. In the law of destiny, you just live your normal life, allowing life to happen. You don't change anything in life. You just allow it to happen.
But at the same time, you are in control of your emotions. When you are allowing, you are just witnessing it from and letting the action happen.
Yes, even the witness is dissolved.
Oh.
Even the witness is dissolved. That is why the Ramayana is a beautiful Shastra.
No, but when Ravan took Sita away and Ram must have gotten angry or whatever, so he would play all the role, but he is not there.
He's playing. He's totally there and not there.
In the paradox.
Rudayate iti Ravana. The one who cries is Ravan. The share bazaar fell down. The one who cries is Ravan. Right? Right? Ravan. He has to be killed. He has to be killed. And the only person who can kill him is Ram, the one who plays. But he's not alone. He's with Lakshman. Lakshman means Lakshya. Lakshya. We live an aimless life. Aim in life. That aim is to be free of the hypnosis of life. Lakshman, Lakshya. And with him is Sita. Sita means joy. Shitalta. Joy. And when you have an aim, and whatever comes in life, you take it as a play, then every moment in life is a joy. This is the Ramayana, the inner Ramayana. Not the Katha Ramayana, the inner Ramayana.
So out of all these four laws, we cannot talk about destiny now. We have to rise from. Even though the law of destiny exists, we
have to move from the law of accident to the law of cause. And each moment in life, we sow new causes. And those causes are sown out of consciousness. Nothing is an accident in our life. But as long as we are victims of reaction, everything is an accident in our life.
I have a question.
Please.
If anger is pulling, in the example of fishing, how do you figure out that right amount of tug of war?
What will you do? The first thing, supposing I tell you to statue in your mind, what would you do?
Pause.
Pause. How will you pause? Statue.
In the same motion I am.
She has hit me on the road. Now where will I statue? She has hit me, I am getting angry. I pause. Right? And I hold that thought. Now what will happen?
The thought is hanging there.
Many other thoughts will come. Because she must be doing this. Yesterday she must have done it to somebody else. Tomorrow she'll do it to... So if I don't put her in her place...
So you're chewing the problem.
So I allow all those thoughts to pass by. I just hang on to this one thought. She hit me. I am angry. I stop in the mind. Stop in the mind. This is real meditation. To stop in the mind. And a point will come when all the thoughts will try to pull me. I just hold on to that one thought. And they'll all vanish away. And suddenly I'll see two energies working. One which wants to control, and one which is trying to break the control. These two energies of life, they're moving just like that. One is trying to pull me into the action, and one, my conscious effort to be free of the action. It's two energies. And those energies, when you sense them, you feel them, there'll be tremendous joy inside. Now, you're not concerned with the event. You're not concerned with the event. You're suddenly seeing this movement of two energies. If I give it out to her, I'll be hypnotized by the event. I don't want to be hypnotized by the event. I want to be free of it. And at one point, everything will calm down and there will just be pure perceiving consciousness. Freedom. Mukti. You know, in our ashram, we have this big ashram in Madhavpur. And there's one Swamiji there. He came one day to me. And he says that I go to the kitchen and this lady, she calls me all kinds of names, that, you know, you're staying in the ashram free of charge, you're doing this and you're doing that, and it hurts me. Hurts me. So I said, why did you come to the ashram? Did you come for Shanti or did you come for Mukti? So he said, I came for Mukti. So I said, if I tell that lady to calm down, you will get Shanti, you won't get Mukti. If you want Mukti, you hear what she has to say, what she says, rise above it and be free of it. So that is your aim, your Lakshman in life, your aim in life. The ego wants Shanti. We'll keep on searching for peace and happiness. The soul wants freedom, not peace and happiness. And the soul knows that to reach that state of freedom, it will have to go through tremendous suffering. It doesn't run away from suffering, but we keep on running away from suffering. This is the biggest sanskar in us. That in all of us, there is this inner desire that the next moment should be good. We cannot be free of that inner desire. You see what freedom is? Freedom is something totally different. We're all looking for peace and meditation, and I don't know what people are looking for. Nobody wants transformation.
See, there is a question, what is the purpose of life? The answer comes to, which I heard many times, to be happy. Now, it is to be happy or to be mukti?
We can't see so many things. We don't know at what point we came into this body. If we could go back into that, why did I choose Mr. Shodhan? Your name is? Shodhan. Why did I choose to become this person? What made the soul choose that? What were the circumstances? And at that point, the soul says to itself, I am choosing this form. Now, we don't know what is form. I am choosing this form only for one aim, and that is freedom. That is freedom. And the soul takes a form with only one aim. We have forgotten. Around 3 years or 4 years, something else is built within us. It's called the ego. The ego tells the soul, you shut up, you go to sleep. It frightens the soul into going to sleep. That is why the ego's name is Bhishma. Bhi means to frighten. Bhi means to frighten. Bhishma, that is why we call it Bhishma. To frighten. He has frightened the soul into going to sleep. He gives him a couple of pegs. The soul spends its life in the bar. The ego looks after our life. The ego wants peace. The ego wants comfort. The ego wants happiness. The ego wants easiness in life. The soul wants freedom. And we forgot why we took birth. And it had decided. At that point, in that stage, nature wakes up the soul and says, now you decide to take birth. And the soul takes birth only for this one cause. But this thing called the ego. So you want mukti, you want shanti. The ego wants shanti, the ego wants comfort, the ego wants happiness. The ego, everything should be good. You should not get angry on me. The soul says, if anger is lying in me, get angry on me so I can see that anger and be free of the anger. Can you see these two paths in life? And to be able to see what the soul wants and what the ego wants, that is the beginning of vivek. The power of discrimination. Art of discrimination. We don't know. Every moment we must ask ourselves this question in life. What does the ego want? What does the soul want? The ego wants to change circumstances. The soul wants to change itself. Willpower changes circumstances. If I don't like you, I better put you in your place. Right? Real spiritual will, I change myself to whatever you are. Two kinds of will. Soul will, ego will. And sometimes the ego will takes on such a pure form of meditation and religion, and we forget that it is leading us into more deeper prison, into more bandhan. So we must ask ourselves.
So again, deeper bandhan, deeper bandhan, ego ne tame judi te karo.
I'm looking for happiness. So, I'm sowing the seed of
happiness,
desire. God bless me. Huh?
But is it true that you don't get the mukti without the peace and happiness? You have to have the peace and happiness with
Madam, if you are free, every moment is peace and happiness, irrelevant of outside circumstances.
This is Nija Anand. Deep meaning
The
of
soul
Nija Anand.
itself, it's very swabhav.
Nija Anand.
If the son fails in the exam, he is happy. If the son passes in the exam, you are happy. It's a different, but the son fails, you complain. And once you have sown the seed of complaining, you have started the series of whatever.
The whole thing is
right? You're in.
You try
the movie has started.
You try to control.
Now Mr. Bond will do everything.
Ultimately, you are like you will become a
last,
slave.
Where she gone?
Slave.
She wanted to know the last one. We'll go into that. And then I'll finish the exercises. The real cause. The real cause.
Ultimately, dependent or independent in a way.
I hope I can remember if I can remember the sutras, it will be very nice. No.
Question on the amount of anger, or like 100 units. Everybody has different units of anger, or everybody has different, and how is that amount of anger generated? It comes from where?
It's already lying. It's lying in my safe deposit vault. I call it the unconscious mind. It's lying there. Something outside triggers it. And out of that, a part of it comes in the conscious mind. Makes a friend and takes it back. And that making a friend is, am I expressing that? I express it on him. Now the first step is I don't express it on him. I may take some help. I may tighten and loosen my muscles. Where is the first place anger attacks us? Where is the first place anger attacks us?
Mind.
What do you say?
Mind.
No, in the body. The first place where anger attacks us, in the body.
Teeth.
The teeth. The teeth. Right? So what do we do? Now we are working with that anger. We are working with that anger. What do we do? So anger is going to make me clench my teeth. He owes me 100 rupees, right? And I see him coming from far and my teeth go like this. Right? Okay? What am I going to do? Now we are going to work with this. And no, this is not personality development. We want to be free. We want to change that anger into something else. If it becomes too subtle, we won't even know where it is. Right? So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Before the anger attacks my teeth, I will clench them a little. Now if it attacks, it won't be able to attack. So, second place, the muscles. I tight and loosen the muscles. Suddenly I made some space for me to work with that anger. Now I've made some space. Now I can observe it. I'm standing there, statue in the mind, looking at that anger. Again it comes, again I tighten it. Again I wait. And at one point I'll be free of it. This is freedom. I bring the breathing into rhythm. Because it will attack my breath. It will attack my breath. And if the breathing doesn't become a victim of that anger can't do anything to me. But the minute it captures my breathing, I become a victim of that anger. There's nothing I can do. Anger is just one thing. This monkey keeps on chattering. And it's very difficult. So try to see life as many different screens. Many different screens. The first screen is you and I meet. That is on one screen. That is the screen of the senses. The screen of the mind. I meet you. I say enemy inside, I don't like her. But outside I shake hands, you're a very nice person. Right? So I'm observing the screen of the mind. Right? And I say, this, I don't like her, where is it coming from? Can you see this? Can you see this? That all the thoughts which come are not our thoughts, they come from somewhere else. How do they become our thoughts? How do they become our thoughts? How do they become our thoughts? Tell me.
Because once you evaluate, they become
You say, I like or I
evaluate.
Dislike.
Judgment.
Yes or
No.
No. The minute I've said that, the thought has become, you've allowed the person in the house, otherwise he goes past the door. You allowed him in the house. The karma is started. Now the seed is sown. Right? Can we be free of this liking and disliking? This liking, this automatic liking and disliking. You get what I'm trying to say? I meet you, so there's the screen of the mind. I say that I don't like her, but where has this like and dislike come? Where has it come from? Can I go into it? Can I be free of it? That I see you as I see you without labeling yes or no, like or dislike.
So I think ego plays the role in doing that.
It attaches a label.
So how not to...
Shall we just talk a little about how this works inside? We just
practice not to label, or if you label then you to dislabel it.
It's a very big effort not to label. It's a very big effort. If you can be free of labeling in life, then
Easy.
you're free.
Life is easy.
It's a lifetime of effort, hard work to be free of this automatic inner labeling.
Non-judgment in a way.
Like,
dislike.
You attach a label to everything. Like, dislike. What happens before like, dislike? Has anybody been able to observe? Can you tell me? Before I like a thing, what has, or dislike a thing, what has happened? No, it comes from something in memory, okay. But before memory comes into play, what has happened? It is memory in a sense like structure, but it is not memory as individual memory.
So energy frequency doesn't match?
No, I go into a store. Say I see a new shirt, and I say I like this shirt. Now supposing I've been observing this process, what has happened before I liked the shirt? How have I come to like that shirt? Have we observed inside? Why do I like this shirt? Why do I like a blue shirt and don't like an orange shirt?
You must have seen it before.
Seen it on somebody?
Seen it before.
Then what? That is okay. That has come from memory. Before memory comes into play, something has happened in the senses with the energy of sensuality, in the energy of sensitivity at the level of the senses. Something has happened.
Identification. It's separate from the I.
No, something has happened at the level there. I have been attracted or repulsed. If my attention is attracted, I'll say I like. The like comes later on. But before the like, there is attraction, repulsion.
But what the attraction and repulsion? There is something behind that attraction.
That is a structure. That is your inner structure of your sanskar. All your sanskars together, they have a structure. Our whole effort that we have got together today is we want to change that structure. We want to change that structure. This is the whole effort of sadhana. To change that structure. Can I change that structure? Now, this is so fast, attraction, repulsion, right, that I can't do anything with it. It's very difficult. But I can do something with liking and dislike, which happens automatically. And it is a long effort that you come to a state where you do not automatically label every event in life. Can you imagine the freedom? What kind of freedom this is? Right? You have to practice. You have to practice. That is why I said the anger, where it attacks me, the teeth, the fists, the muscles.
So all these places pause comes.
Pause. You pause. Statue.
Then just watch.
Then you don't need anything.
Where is the... What allows us to watch, sir? What allows us to watch? Supposing it's a dark room and I throw a torch. The torch allows me to see in that dark room. In this dark room of life, what is it that allows me to see? Where does the light come from? What is that light? Okay, let's put it in a different way. This light is the most precious thing in my life. Of course, for me, the most precious thing in life is my money, but this light is the most precious thing in my life. What is this light?
Your consciousness?
Guru Kripa.
I look at you, what do I have to do? I have to pay attention. Attention is the torch of life. Attention is the torch of life. The five senses work because attention is moving out of the senses. Where does attention come from? What is this light? This is physical light. But attention is what light? It allows me to experience life. Without attention, the dead body does not have attention, right? The most valuable thing in my life is attention. Where does attention come from? Where does it come from? Is it energy or is it that which observes energy?
It observes energy.
Is it that which observes the working of energy? Then, what is attention? Have you ever bothered to see this attention?
Mostly we are hypnotized in that condition, so we don't pay attention.
What is the meaning of hypnosis of attention? It will be easier for me to explain in Hindi. In English it's very difficult to explain, but I'll try and explain. We'll use a different word. In Hindi we call attention as jeev, the soul. Jeev. Maro jeev kya chotelo che. If I'm hungry just now, my jeev isn't. Attention isn't food. Maro jeev kya? What do you call it in Hindi? My jeev. Soul. Attention is soul. Where does it come from? Where does this come from? It comes from something much beyond the mind. It is not something, the mind focuses attention. The brain throws attention, but attention is a light which comes from something much beyond. What do we do with that attention? Do we look after it or do we waste it?
Look after it.
Huh?
No, we waste it.
I mean, look after it means we pay attention to it. When there is attention, we are so much involved in it. So yeah, in a way we waste it.
We waste it. It goes out, it never comes back in. It goes out, never comes back in. So we come with 100 rupees of life, do we spend all that 99 rupees of life? We're not left with anything. That is why when we say the Gayatri Mantra, what do we say? Om, Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha. What does it mean? What does it mean? I'm going to come to the real cause. What does it mean? Why do we say Om, Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha? Why do we say that? We want to start on a journey. I think next week we are talking about the Gayatri Mantra. We are starting on a journey. Right? And the Rishi is saying, for the journey you need to pay. You need to pay. But all your capital is lying invested everywhere. You can't take it out to pay. Where is it invested? Where is it invested?
In all our attentions.
He's saying in Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha. Where in Bhu? This house belongs to him. Something happens to this house, anything happens to the house or it happens to him. The attention has gone out to the house, never come back in. Maro jeev bade che, ghar ne kai khai. Jeev. My soul is burning. Somebody took a... You get it? In physical things, my attention is stuck. My car, if a boy walking on the road takes a stone and makes a line on the car, is it on the car or is it on my soul?
Soul.
My attention is stuck in the car, it's not come back inside. So he's saying in Bhulok, in your bank balance, in your house, in your this, in your that, your attention is fragmented. And he's saying you want to go on this journey, this inner journey, Tat Savitu Varenyam. You want to go on this inner journey, but first take your attention out of where you have invested it. Not invested, it's gone automatically. Not consciously invested. So he's saying, Bhu, Bhuva. I say, my wife. Bhuva. My relationship with my wife. She better not look at some other guy. Right? I own her.
Property.
Right? Attention has gone in the wife, it has not come back. My son better pass in his exam. Attention has gone in the son, never comes back. So the Rishi is saying, Om Bhu Bhuva Swa, take your attention back. I'm not saying leave the house. People leave the house and go to the Himalayas, then their attention gets caught in their langot. Right? This is a very famous example of Janak was called the Videhi, and he was having a river, a bath in the river Gomti with another big sadhu, and the palace was burning, and Janak is laughing and saying, look, my palace is burning, and but that sadhu is already running, my langot is in the palace. It's not going to come in the Himalayas, in no ashram. In normal life, we have to learn to take. How will we do it? How will we do it? How will we extract our attention from physical things, from relationships, bhuva? How will we extract attention? This is a continuous process. It's called vairagya, the extraction of attention. How do we do it? How do we do it? Tell me. Not running away to an ashram, not going to the Himalayas, not wearing any special clothes, nothing to do with it. Well, supposing you come with a nice car to pick me up. I enjoy the car. Then when you drop me, how do I extract my attention from that car? I'll say tomorrow you also come with the same car. Then I'm stuck. Then I'm stuck. This inner desire for repetition. This inner desire for repetition. See, if you want to really walk on this spiritual journey, the only money you have is attention. Only money you have is attention. And attention is stuck everywhere. My home, my bank balance, my wife, my children, my family, my friends. Bhuva. And my thoughts. Swaha. My thoughts. I am a Hindu. I am this. I am that. Right? And automatically likes and dislikes for a person who's wearing a certain kind of clothes, eating a certain kind of food, doing this, doing that. These automatic likes and dislikes come from inside, and all attention is stuck. And remember one thing, truth is universal. It cannot change for any Hindu, Christian. It cannot change. Truth is universal. Truth is truth. So our attention is stuck in so many thoughts, so many ideas, so many things, in so many relationships and in so many material things. You want to take this big journey. The Rishi is saying, first attract your attention. Vairagya. Take your attention away from where it is stuck. What is this whole spiritual journey about? It is about only one thing, attention. Why? Why? You know, in ancient Crete, there was this king who used to take everybody in a maze and leave them there. That was the punishment, and they would die. Right? And then there's this guy who took a string and he attached it outside and he went in, and when the guards left him, he caught that string and he came out. What does this tell us of this inner journey? What does it tell us? Where has attention come from? Where has attention come from? It has come from the Atma within. It is that light of the Atma which flows through the five senses. I look at her, I recognize her, I am able to see her, the torch light which allows me to live. Attention comes from there. And if I follow where that attention comes from, if I take my consciousness back to where it comes from, source of attention. That is why my Guru's first book was Education for Attention. How to educate, and our attention gets attracted and repulsed automatically. We are victims of this attention. We have no money to walk on the journey. It's stuck everywhere, in so many places.
So how do we bring it back?
That is what I said. If I'm enjoying a good meal today, I enjoy it, but I don't ask for it again Otherwise it's stuck in the good. Tomorrow I may eat just a small dry bread. You get it?
You gotta consider everything is temporary.
The desire for repetition.
Right.
That frees attention. Free of the desire of repetition.
So kind of living in present.
I don't want to go into the present, otherwise I'll give another long lecture. Yeah, please.
About the likes and dislikes of Shri Rajen, would you say certain things are right or wrong? Similarly, with anger, would anger ever be justified in the long run?
So, what is my aim in life? If my aim is to be free of anger, then anger can never be justified.
It's okay to feel it, but as long as it can.
Free of it. If there's no anger left inside, I can never be angry. It's no control. It's no control. You get what I'm trying to say?
So it's never justified.
It's never justified. If I am angry, I am at fault. That's it.
Can you look at something and say, I am right to think this is correct?
Again, if you are walking this path, there is only one right and one wrong. That which takes me more into the hypnosis of right is always wrong. It may be morally right. It may be socially right. But if it is taking me more into the hypnosis of life, it is for me to be wrong, because I am involving, I am not evolving. You get what I am trying to say? So, a right and wrong, yeah, it will have a social, moral connotation. But when it comes to spirituality, am I rising from the hypnosis of life or getting more involved in the hypnosis of life? There's only one right and wrong. Yeah. Not moral. It's very difficult. Very difficult. It needs guts to do it. Because sometimes something immoral may lead me above a life. You get what I'm trying to say? It's very difficult.
Sakshi Bhav and free of desire, difference or?
Huh?
Sakshi Bhav.
My lecture today was on Sakshi Bhav, but I got caught by it. Huh? Sakshi Bhav, we'll talk about it some other day. In Sakshi Bhav, you have to divide yourself into I and it. I and it. You have to divide yourself.
That is important.
Yes. And the I only sees. It does not
do.
It does not think. It only sees. We think. We don't see. We are very good thinking machines. Seeing. Not to think, to see. The eye sees. And it sees it is angry. Right? And it sees that it is depressed. The seeing, and slowly nothing is left except this seeing. Just the seeing energy.
Then you become free.
It is the only way to freedom. Only way to freedom. Because the Atma only knows how to see. It does not know how to do. For doing it needs an instrument. That instrument is called the ego. It needs an instrument to do. It does not know how to do. It only knows how to see. Right? Now we come to the last part. And then I'll just run through the exercises very fast. One screen, I look at you. The physical screen of life. The five senses. Second screen, what is going on within me. I may be very good to you, but inside I'm saying all kinds of things about you. And I'm observing that. Right? Patanjali says that everything in life comes down to three forces: active, passive, neutralizing. Right? So there is one screen inside where everything is just three forces. I don't have the perception to see that screen. He calls this as Parinam Tapa Sanskara Guna Vritti Virodhacha Sarvam Dukham Vivekena. How was this universe built? Patanjali is talking about. You get what I'm saying? So he says that first everything was in rhythm and balance. There was nothing. A state of inky darkness. Pralay, what they call. And in that river of inky darkness, one force came out and says, okay, you want to build the universe, I will build the universe for you. That force was called as the active force, Rajas. Rajas. But how to build? With what to build? What is the material to build? I want to build a home. Where am I going to get the bricks, the concrete? So he says, I want to do it, but who is willing to become it? Is there anybody willing to become it? So another force came out, it was called as tamas. He says, you want to build, I am willing to be built. You want to build, I am willing to be built. How to relate the two? How to relate the two? I can't build this house of cement, I have to put a little cement on the brick. Who's going to decide how much of cement comes on the brick and how much is more, how much is less? Who's going to decide? In each of these myriad forms of life, who's going to decide the ratio of the forces? So a third force came out. Okay, I will decide. I am the deciding factor. I will relate you to. This is a very, it's, and that was Satya, the neutralizing force. These three forces. Everything in life is nothing but these three forces. Guna Vritti Virodhacha Sarvam Dukham Vivekena, Patanjali says. How? Now Patanjali is saying that one force wants to make and other wants to be made, but it can only happen if one is against the other. For the cricket match to happen, there must be a bowler and there must be a batsman. And the batsman must be against the bowler. Otherwise, if the batsman is on the side of the bowler, you can't have a cricket match. Okay, Guna Vritti Virodhacha. So, at one level inside, when our perception comes to that level, everything is a play of these three. This is the real cause. I wanted to go to office. You stopped me on the way and wasted all my time. Right? And when I look inside, I say where there is active force, passive force has to come. It is the law of life. It took a form, your body is a different thing. You get what I'm trying to say? It is the law of life. It is the law. And these three forces on one screen inside, they are doing their dance. Right? The creative part of their dance is called as Natraj. The destructive part of their dance is called as Tandav. They are doing their dance on that inner screen. Oh, what a beauty if we could see that inner screen. Then there is no fault in life anywhere. Everything is a dance of these forces, whether it is creation or destruction. Whether I am late or I am on time. Whether I am happy or I am sad. What difference does it make? It is just these three forces. That force took a body. In her body, She stopped me in my... This is just this force. The play of the active force and the passive force. Then the fault never lies anywhere in life. It's just a dance of these forces. That is the real cause. Guna vritti virodhacha. Play of life. That cause was deep within us. So if we can see the play of life, the physical play, the psychological play, the real play. These are three screens which are going on simultaneously.
Very beautifully explained. Very nice.
The real cause. So then Patanjali says that where there is, in the very making of this universe, there is hinsa. One has to be against the other. One has to be, for a match, the bowler has to be against the batsman. This is the law of life. This whole universe cannot be built without violence. And so he says, Sarvam Dukham Vivekina. For the one whose inner light has come out, the Vivek has unfolded, the inner light has unfolded. For him, everything is pain in this universe. Because of the play of the forces, and one force is against the other. Where there, in the very making of this universe, there is hinsa, one can never find happiness here. One has to be free of it. Sarvam Dukham Vivekina. Parinam Tapa Sanskar. But for everyone else, Dukh is of three kinds. Due to Parinam, change. Tapa, change leaves a score inside. It leaves a scar on my psyche. I was young yesterday and so happy, but today I'm old and so sad. Right? It leaves a change on my psyche. Parinam, Tapa, Sanskar. So he's saying, for though ordinary people, pain is of three kinds: due to change, due to friction, due to heat, and due to the scar left behind. Pain is of three kinds. But for the one who has awakened, the one whose Vivek has awakened, everything is pain, because in the very making of this universe, pain was the cause. There was violence. One force acts against the other. I think I've taken up all my time, so if there are any questions, we just go through the exercises very fast. The first one is deep breathing with the chest. First one is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Second, stomach. 3rd, stretch the legs, catch wherever you can, no need to catch the toes, catch wherever you can. Catch wherever you can, breathe with the chest and stomach both. Two, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Fourth exercise, one deep breath in 5 installments. Breathe out from the mouth. Okay? Fifth one, breathe in 5, hold 5, breathe out, emptying the lungs 5, hold empty 5. I'll show you. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in the lungs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, emptying the lungs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, emptying the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last exercise, we take a deep breath. Block the nose. Push the chin into the hollow of the neck. Bring saliva in the mouth and swallow your own saliva like you're drinking water. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up. Release. See, everybody's faces become beautiful. Huh? Right? One more time. Take a deep breath. Block the nose. Push the chin hard into the hollow of the neck. Bring saliva in the mouth. Swallow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up. Release. After that, do the third, second and first again. These 6 exercises will take 9 minutes a day. So please do these exercises. We can change a lot in our life. They look very simple, but they bring about a tremendous transformation. Right? Okay. Any questions, anyone else?
Do we have CDs of this exercise?
Yes.
Yeah, DVD.
There's a DVD there.
We have set up
Just
DVD that
put it on and do the exercise.
I think it is worth investing into that series, and I mean, in the
DVD.
beginning, if we do not know how to do, or if we are not religiously doing it, if we have DVD, we can just follow it. And from our experiences, I'm telling you that when he says we should not get angry, these exercises will change our structure so much that we will feel that after 6 months or a year, this particular incident would have made me so angry. How come I'm not angry right now? Or how come it's not bothering me? It changes that much. The whole structure changes. Even though it sounds so simple, they are really, really great exercises.
Okay, it's been a pleasure. With God's grace, we'll meet again. Thank you.